I spent the first night in Madrid, and then my guide Santi picked me up at the hotel, and now we're heading to the Gredos Mountains.
Made it to our hotel. Check that out. This is why I hunt. To come to places like this. If you don't hunt, you ain't coming here. You could, but you're not gonna. This is the main level of this house. First morning, we're gonna go shoot the gun. Head up there.
Anytime you travel with a rifle, first thing you want to do is take a shot, make sure it's still sighted in. So we just did that. Everything's perfect. ¿Quién es más macho? Santiago or Valentin? That is my guide, Santi, and the gameskeeper, Valentin. He's like the local guide that knows these mountains like the back of his hand.
There's hikers that are here quite a bit. So these guys aren't too scared of us. They're not going to let us go pet them, but they're not too worried. And they know if they have to, they can get out of there pretty quick. But this is cool. There's ibex everywhere here. So we've been walking for a couple hours, a few hours, in a little shelter here. So we took a break, ate some lunch. These guys definitely know how to make a sandwich. Back at it. We're heading back down. You can see behind me, pretty foggy. We could hike a couple more hours, but the way it's foggy up there, it's not worth it.
This is literally 45 minutes after that previous snowy, miserable looking video. The weather changes like crazy. We are constantly adding layers, taking layers off. Should I put my rain jacket on? As soon as you get it on, it stops raining. But that's part of the deal. We spotted an ibex on the way back, and I was able to get a good shot. He was 350 yards. One shot, he went down.
Now we're gonna go find him. So we're trying to cross that river. Can't figure it out yet. Worst case scenario, we come back tomorrow from the other side. We can't get across the river. So close yet so far. So we'll have to come back mañana. 2 years of Spanish in high school, baby. That's my room right there. Not a bad view though. My gamekeeper, he lives just on the other side of that little village over there. He's lived there his whole life. And he is in charge of all of that by himself. And one of his main jobs is searching for poachers. Poaching is a big problem. Anywhere there's animals, poaching's a problem. And those assholes are indiscriminate killers. They'll kill anything. When you spend money on hunting and buying tags, that money goes to fight poaching. The animals have a value because hunters like me will pay money to come get them. With no value on the animals, they can't afford to fight poachers. Today, day 2, we're hiking to get my FedEx. Yeah, we could not get to them last night, but it was cold overnight and stuff, so should still be fine. There's some vultures above, but we don't think they found them. And I've slept 3 hours in the last 48. Don't know why. Went to bed at 8 o'clock yesterday. I was tired as shit. Figured I was gonna fall asleep the second I hit the pillow. Tossed and turned until 7 a.m. Fell asleep. Alarm went off at 8. Back at it.
Perfect. Buddy.
Thanks.
Very happy for you. Extremely old.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Somewhere over there. Somewhere over there when I shot. Getting him skunned now. That is perfect animal. He was 14 years old. So he's pretty much past his prime for breeding. And that's what you want to do. That's species management, conservation. You get these old guys out of there. You don't want to take young guys that are in their prime breeding. This is the place that we stayed. We stayed here 2 nights. Really cool lodge. And that's where we were hunting. We were up in there. And that's how close this lodge is to the hunting area. This is what the town looks like that we stayed in. When you get out of the bigger cities, you get these little tiny little villages scattered all over the place. And it's really cool. Everything is old, single lane roads. You know, this place was built before they even had cars, so they didn't have double lane in mind. There is 12 huntable big game species in Spain. There are 4 ibex. There are 2 chamois, 3 deer, 2 sheep, and a wild boar. And the sheep, it's a mouflon sheep, and then a Barbary sheep, also known as an Aoudad sheep. We got my ibex taken care of this morning. They're gonna, they'll tan the hide here and then they'll ship it to my taxidermist. And he'll work his magic. But we had to, Spain's a big place and these animals, they're all scattered. The 4 different types of ibexes they're scattered in the mountain ranges. So the mountain ranges are separated by, I don't know, hundreds of miles. So, in the ibex, they live in mountains. So they're not gonna come off the mountain, travel flat land for miles and miles and miles and miles to get to another mountain range. So the ibex are separated. We had a long drive today, like 5 hours. We're at a hotel right now, actually the biggest European hotel I've ever been in. And then we're gonna get up early tomorrow. Well, not early, but we have another 3-hour drive tomorrow. So nice fancy hotel. Oh, I bet they love hunting gear hanging in the closet. The other thing that's interesting about Spain, they eat lunch at around 2:30, and lunch is their big meal. They eat appetizer, a starter, and then they have the meal, but it's like a meal. It's not soup and sandwich. And then they usually have dessert, and then a lot of people have wine or beer for lunch, and so that's at 2:30. And then the middle of the day kind of shuts down. A lot of restaurants don't even open till 8. Most people eat supper at 8:30, and since it's 8:30, they eat a light supper. So big heavy lunch, light supper. So it's 8:07 right now, and we're gonna go eat in about 20 minutes. Heading to the Pyrenees Mountains, which border Spain and France. And that's where we're gonna find our mouflon, and they also have chamois up there.
So, next trip.
We're hunting for Mouflon Sheep today, and I'll show you here in a second, but there's snow up there, it is cold, and they don't like it up there when it's cold. So early in the morning, they're down low in these fields, and we only got about a half hour, and then as soon as the sun pops up, they're out of here. They go back up high, which we can go after to get them, but so I'll show you here what we're looking at, and hopefully we're gonna get one of these bad boys today. So that's all snowy up there, so we'll be down in these lower fields here. I just shot my Mouflon. He's up there. We spotted him from the road, like 1,000 yards. So we did some climbing, got up to 300, and I'll show you where he is. Okay, you can see the gamekeeper right in the middle. He's going up to it. These guys can climb. It's up there. So I have no idea what they're saying, but I hope they find my sheep soon, because I have to go. How do you say in Espanol? I need to go caca. We got him. He was right down there. 10 years old, very old. The oldest one they got this year was 11 years old. This one's 10. So, perfect.
Ese sería, mira, ese sería que poner aquí y agarrarlo así.
Beat up from fighting.
¿Qué te parece?
That's me and the gameskeeper, Ramon. Me and Santi. These guys love what they're doing, and they're good at it.
So they're taking measurements. That's Santi, and then those two guys, they're the equivalent of like our DNR. This is a national park, so they come with us. They're measuring, they take records of everything. That guy with the longer hair is a veterinarian, so he's gonna they do a bunch of testing. There's ticks on these things. Also, I think they're checking for COVID too, because these sheep, they didn't like wearing masks. They did not social distance, so they're checking for COVID.
A ver, más arriba. Más. Va, más arriba, más. Vale, 34. Estamos prim, ¿eh?
It's 3 o'clock here, lunchtime. So me and my new friends are gonna have some beers or some wine, probably a little vino, and some lunch. Cool, really old city over here. So I'm in the Madrid airport, heading home. I'm actually coming home 2 days early, not really in sightseeing mode. Plus, I just saw the most beautiful country you could ever see. Why the heck would I want to go run around a city? But anyway, my daughter thinks I'm coming home Monday night. Today's Saturday morning. She has a sleepover with her dance team at the dance studio. She gets picked up at 5 a.m. She thinks her mom is picking her up, and I'm going to be picking her up. She's going to be excited. I'm going to be excited. My intention was just to go for a Gredos Ibex, which is one of the 4. It's the biggest subspecies of the 4 Spanish Ibex. And before going, I had no intention of hunting all 4 or even more than 1, because they kind of look similar. And I'm just thinking, you know, I don't need to get all 4, whatever. After going there and seeing how beautiful it is and learning about these Ibex, like, I can't wait to go back and get the other 3. I mean, they're beautiful, and in order to get them, you gotta travel all over the country. Mountain ranges everywhere. It's just a beautiful place.
So I can't wait to go back. But thanks for watching my video.